What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Double Tigers. You guys know who it is. You guys know what this is. So let me introduce my co-host, Otaku. What's going on?
Hey, brother. Um, as
As
maybe
a lot of us know that Otaku doesn't have internet this
I
week.
don't have internet. Um, yeah, basically I have to have my house rewired, like the cable just cut out, so they have to re-cable the house. And in the meantime, we're looking at different options to
uh,
bundle. Like I might upgrade my phone service, bundle it with like a home Wi-Fi internet package with T-Mobile, and we're
okay.
gonna look at that tomorrow since it's the beginning of the month. There's a free trial that's going on. Get it set up, and if it works, we're gonna switch over. So, yeah,
Okay.
wait for an update.
Yeah. All right. So that sounds like fun.
Yeah, it's just been, well, it is what it is. I can't get on my computer, but I can definitely
Yeah.
do Wi-Fi stuff. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
Unexpected, but
unexpected. Yeah,
yeah,
how
but so
things
we
have been on your end.
lost. Yeah, not bad. But we lost we not bad, just a lot just working and then probably going to see a couple of friends tomorrow. So that's why I said let's keep it to an hour.
Yeah,
Yeah, and then
we you meeting community members, or you meeting like just
yeah.
okay,
Yeah, no. Yeah, yeah. Like the ones that I always hang out with. So yeah, and then
cool.
yeah, well, couple big things are happening, and we had one loss last week. Was it? Yeah, last week on Sunday, I think it was Peter David passed.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then yeah, I remember. Yeah, he wrote. He's written a lot of stuff, and then you know what I mean. It affected a lot of Oh well, some community members that met him said, you know, was
Yeah,
not
he was
was a nice
big
guy.
during my collecting era. So,
Mhm.
I mean, he was writing so much. He was writing stories for Spider-Man, Incredible
Right.
Hulk,
Yeah,
and
that's what I remember was the Spider-Man stuff.
my son just got a high score on his like internet game. Good job, buddy.
Uh
He came in to show me.
ah. Yeah,
But
so
yeah, it was a big loss. Um, Again, he's just been writing such
he
a
yeah,
force in
he's
comic
been
book writing for so long.
writing for a long time too,
Yeah,
and then he ended up getting sick. I think yeah, I think we talked about it yeah, like a couple months ago where he had all his medical bills that like we said and DC and Marvel should have something in the clause for at least legends like that to have some type of medical thing for them that it
yeah,
should have
because he
been.
was writing for Marvel as late as like 2 years, like 3 years ago, right? Through 2, 3 years ago, he was still writing,
Yeah,
and then I guess he got sick and was dealing with
I think cancer or something like that. I think
cancer,
that's what it was.
and yeah, toward for the last couple of years, we just didn't hear from him, and then suddenly we got news that
Yeah,
he needed help with his medical bills, and so
and then a couple months later he ends up passing. So
yeah, it's
yeah,
just
yeah.
really
But my
sad.
yeah, the biggest thing with me is I don't, right now the newer guys don't need it. It's the legends that need it. It's like all the older generation needs that type of stuff. It needs
Well,
the
I think what
medical
we
help.
need in this country is universal health care. Everybody needs to
Right,
have just to be covered for whatever happens, and we
right,
need to make healthcare more affordable in this country
right.
because it's not all that much better than what healthcare is set up to be in other countries. I know Americans get told this narrative like, "Oh yeah, we have the best healthcare system in the world." Um, No, you just spend the most money on healthcare in terms of it's not necessarily better care, right?
It's
If
just, but
people are still
the
getting sick and dying, it's
the
not
med,
a great system.
yeah, the pills and all that other stuff is the big whole holdback. It's
Yeah,
all it's all
right. I don't need you to be changing out the CT scanner every 3, 4 years. I need to be able to afford the CT scan, right?
right,
It's like
right,
it's like I don't know. Again, it just has to be more affordable. They have to make healthcare really accessible and quit, these like insurance companies, medical companies, they're just all profiting from people getting sick, and that needs to
right,
like
right.
not be a systemic thing. And it's sad because like people here in this country really work. The reason they're working is for health insurance, nothing
Yeah,
else,
yeah.
you know. Because if you don't have health insurance and you get sick, then you're really screwed. But you're
Yeah,
screwed either
forget
way,
it.
It's
Yeah.
like, yeah,
Even if you have health insurance, it might not cover all of it. It
yeah,
might not cover all the stuff that you might need.
yeah. See, Delaman knows what's up. Big
Yeah,
Pharma, they're just making way too much profit off
yeah,
people, sick people, like, taking medication to survive. It's
right.
just, I don't know where
Yeah,
the morals of this country went, but it's definitely
yeah,
not in our health system for sure.
yeah. Well, the couple other big news, but the other big news is Batman and Deadpool. That's the big one.
That's big news, yeah.
Yeah,
And this is something that was announced by Jim Lee,
yeah,
and apparently they'd been planning this since like 2 years ago, which means
right,
when they were like busy filming Deadpool the movie,
right.
Deadpool Wolverine, they were planning on doing like a crossover. So yeah, around the
I'm actually
time,
surprised. I'm surprised because I remember when they said, what was it? I forget who said it, but the Marvel. I forgot who was in the seat in the big seat, but they said it's never gonna happen. DC and Marvel are never gonna cross over. But I guess whoever's in the seat now doesn't really care if as long as they make money off of it.
a lot of money is to be made by
Right.
because I can't imagine a comic book fan not being excited about this, right? It's like Batman,
It,
Deadpool. It's
right.
kind of
But
like
it's
what
the
we've
two
always
biggest
wanted.
IP. Pretty much it's their biggest IPs. Pretty much not right now at the time.
Yeah. Do you remember
That
who's writing the Deadpool Batman one?
I forget.
Why don't you look that up? Because I know
Yeah.
Dan Mora is the
Right.
artist on that. And Dan Mora, I don't know if there's a hotter artist right now than Dan Mora. Dan Mora, I
Right.
just love his pencils and the way they set him up, um, the way they color his comics. It's like they use such a broad color palette, and it's so natural. It just doesn't feel like a comic book sometimes. You know what I mean? It's like the innovation they've done with like digital coloring on modern comic books is quite amazing. And the way Dan Mora the way they make Dan Mora's comic books pop with the color is just incredible. And this latest Batman Deadpool is a good indication of that.
Yeah.
It looks fantastic.
Yeah. I'm
It's a
looking to
big
see who.
writer over at Marvel, I'm sure.
Yeah. I'm looking right now. Well, it's gonna be what is it? Writing amazing. So it's somebody that wrote Amazing Spider-Man. It looks like. I just can't.
Dan
I don't.
Slott. It's Dan Slott.
Yeah.
Now that you said it, it's Dan Slott.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty sure it's Slott.
Let's see.
So it's Dan Slott and Dan Mora. That's a
One
lethal
shot
combination
that
right
will
there.
be.
Very excited about that.
No, actually, you were wrong. We're wrong. It is not.
That Dan Slott, who is it? Who is it?
uh, with writing. It Zed, and then the other half of the name is Wells.
Zeb
Yeah,
Wells?
yeah.
Really?
I
Okay.
just yeah. Zed Wells is writing it.
Okay.
Let me
Interesting.
just relook completely look at this article completely at first, and I'll tell you. Yeah, yeah, that's what it looks like. Zed Wells is
Delaman will
writing it.
know. Delaman, who's writing the Batman Deadpool?
Yeah, he'll tell us. But it
Deadman,
looks like it,
Delaman's our fact checker. He's our back.
yeah. He's the one that got the computer closer.
He's the he's the he's the guy with the
He-
laptop
he's the third.
looking up
He's
the
the third
facts.
member. He's the third member of the Tigers. uh, it's gonna look. It looks cool. It looks
It looks
interesting.
good, yeah. Again,
Yeah.
the Damore art's gonna make it. You know, you got a good Batman, and then obviously based on
Well,
the cover, he's
that Capullo cover looks interesting too.
the variant cover.
Yeah, there's a Capullo cover. I'm reading the article right now. Yeah, it looks like Zed Wells. Yeah, so after him writing Spider-Man, the 60 issues of Spider-Man, he's writing this.
Interesting.
Yeah, yeah. Mm, nothing else. No, nothing else I can see. Nothing like. And then comic. And so it's gonna be in November. First, the one shot.
And I imagine they're gonna do a
Oh, you are
series.
right. You are right. So there's gonna be two. There's gonna be two issues. I think there's gonna be a DC issue and there's gonna be a Marvel
Marvel issue.
issue.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And they're
the
planning
Marvel
to do
issue,
more. They're not this like Batman Deadpool is the first of a series,
yeah,
so they're gonna do like a
yeah,
one-on-one
right.
type one
But
shots.
so I was finishing the article, but yeah, so Marvel side is that guy's gonna write that, and then you were right about the DC side. Dan Morrow's gonna write it. Yeah. Oh no, my bad. Artist is Dan Morrow. My bad. I read it wrong. You're right. So Dan Morrow, and then the writer is Zed Wells.
Zeb Wells. Okay.
Okay, yeah. Uh,
Does it
because I
say what's coming after that Batman Deadpool?
nope. It's just bringing this up right now. Nothing. Well,
I'd love to see like X-Men
well, mm,
X-Men versus
what? Well,
Teen Titans or something, you know?
well, you just mentioned it. I'm looking at the art. Yeah, you are right. There are going to be other crossovers, and it looks like Justice League and X-Men. It looks like
Ooh, yeah, okay, that's good.
after
Justice League versus
all
X-Men.
will.
Like a
Yeah.
Superman-less Justice League.
Oh no! My bad. The freaking article. Because the guy asked him a question. Asked these guys a
Oh, he's
question
just
about
asking if
crossover.
that's gonna happen.
Yeah, yeah. Asking if it's gonna happen, and then whoever answered it says, "And it ended up never happening. So it might happen this time around."
Well, that's good.
Yeah,
A might is better than a never.
right.
Okay, Delaman's back. Greg Capullo
Yeah,
is one of the artists too. Zeb
yeah. So
was.
he was.
Okay.
Yeah. So he was right. Zed Wells. So we were right. Zed Wells. I was just reading the whole freaking article. It's a long ass article for what it is. It's a pretty long article.
That's pretty exciting though, because what this is, what this could potentially portend, and I've been putting this out there as a potential project. We could see a DC Marvel crossover movie. Like we could see like
Right.
X-Men versus like Justice League in the theaters, right?
Oh,
Or
okay.
something
The
like
release date is like September. Okay. So
yeah.
I thought it was later than that. So
That's still like it's good, you know. But what excites me is the fact that this could cross over into a movie, right? Like you could see
yeah.
Spider-Man versus Batman or something.
Well,
to that effect.
Well, Marvel have to get those rights and all that stuff back first before they can do any.
Yeah, but like
Yeah, but
as long
they
it's
could.
really just about
Yeah,
getting people to sign a contract,
yeah,
license it to the right studio, and like it what I'm saying is like if it's gonna make somebody money, they'll do it, right?
yeah.
So
But yeah, but like certain Kingpin can't show up on to on a movie because Sony still owns the villains or something. I forget the complicated thing or whatever it is. That's why he's on Daredevil.
yeah, it would be like
Yeah,
a
but
studio crossover too. It'd be like
yeah,
Warner
Sony,
Brother.
yeah,
It would probably be like a Warner Brothers Sony
and Marvel
crossover too,
and Disney. So that'd be
or
three
Disney.
companies
Yeah,
cross. That'd be three companies crossing over together. And Mickey might make an appearance, and Donald might. Yeah.
yeah. That would be a little complicated, but
Yeah,
us fans want to see it, right? We want to see
yeah,
it.
but we want to see. Yeah, that's us fan casting. But the biggest thing is the damn studios who want getting along and say, "Hey, let's do this." But it ain't gonna because somebody's gonna say, I got a bigger one," or you know what I mean. It's who got the bigger one. That's the biggest thing. It's a measuring contest. That's all
So,
it's
so
gonna end up
Jeff,
being.
if you were a studio exec, what crossover would you want to see? Like the whole damn universe crossing over, or just like specific characters?
I mean, I would start off with specific characters, and then like if the league or whatever crossover after, like we work our way up to the big one, the big crossover. You know what I mean? Like somehow Deadpool ends up somewhere where he wasn't supposed to end up, or like like Iron Man ends up somewhere where he's not supposed to end up, or something like that. So
Yeah, it's funny how in the '90s it was like they did an amalgam
right,
of Batman and Wolverine,
right,
but it's funny how like Deadpool is kind of the face of Marvel now, and at some point like Wolverine became just kind of obsolete
right.
and Deadpool took over as sort of the
Well, because Ryan Reynolds was
franchise,
the Ryan
right? Yeah,
Reynolds was the one
the
that
movie definitely helped. And
boosted
then
it.
but Batman's always sort of been the mainstay at DC, so I'm just
Well,
really I mean, I'm not surprised, but I'm just surprised it's not Batman Wolverine versus Batman versus Wolverine. I think I as a fan would have preferred that,
because the
but
'90s they had that one, so I'm
they did
guessing
have that one. Yeah, they
yeah.
did
So
have that.
Jim probably went, "Hey, let's go with the second best choice after Wolverine would be Deadpool, since everybody's talking about Deadpool right now." So still,
Yeah,
but if you think about it, they're both the best hand to hand people in their universes, pretty much, because Deadpool's pretty much good with all types of weapons and stuff,
yeah,
and he can't die. So, but the only if you think about Batman, same thing. What was it? Darkseid sent him back. We thought Darkseid killed him, but he sent them back
yeah.
in time. so,
Well,
so
I mean, there are ways to kill Deadpool. There are
right.
ways to kill Deadpool. Um,
But it's pretty hard to kill Deadpool.
yeah, but I mean, if anybody could potentially figure out how to do it, and like
Like everybody says, if Batman has prep time,
yeah,
he'll
as
be able
Batman's prep,
to.
it's game on, right? So
Right. But it'd be interesting to see both because they're both hand to hand is pretty much their top. Deadpool's not really the top hand to hand person. The hand to hand person would be Shang-Chi, would be the hand to hand, but like multiple weapons type person is Deadpool, pretty much.
yeah, like a
Deadpool and
fighting
Batman.
expert, you're saying.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So Deadpool and Wolverine, Deadpool and Batman. So it'd be interesting to see. I mean, it'd be interesting to see if any of his side characters are going to be involved. The mess with Robins and mess with Batgirl. If the whole family gets involved.
Yeah, I think it's tough for I think a pure crossover, it's really tough because
Right.
you have Superman who's like could pretty much take
Well,
out most of the like mainstay Marvel characters. You have to go like cosmic to really
right.
give Superman a challenge, right? You have to go like Galactus, or you have to go
Well,
like
if you go, if you do go with Marvel's side, all you would do with that is go with the one that they created. What was it? From what the hell?
Sentry.
Sentry. Yeah, he's just dead. He's just Deadpool with superpowers. If you think about it,
Yeah,
because he,
yeah, but like no one likes Sentry though. It's like
yeah, yeah,
you can make a character based that's like based off Superman that's more powerful, but at the end of the day, like who the hell wants to read Sentry? Like,
right,
you know what I mean? Like
yeah,
he's
yeah.
not a compelling
But
character. Um,
they've already
and
they've
yeah,
already had him faced off with Thor. They already had him faced, yeah, because in the 90s he faced off with Thor, didn't he? Something like that.
I'm sure. Yeah,
Yeah, he faced
but
off with Thor.
again, like he's not really a pop. And this is the thing. This is where you can't cross over really because you've got a bunch of like,
I mean, the only one that has in similar, maybe similar popularity would be Captain America, maybe if that.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because but they're both red, white,
Well,
and
no,
blue.
Cap's not as strong as Superman's super strong. You realize, right?
But
He's like
I know that. I'm just
he
saying,
could,
but by
yeah,
by by
and
popularity
he
standards,
can travel at the speed of light. I don't know if Sentry can travel at the speed of light.
what he's
Um,
what was it, supernova or something like that. So
oh, can he? Can he travel
yeah,
supernova speed? Okay.
well, not even supernova, but he said, but the way the amount of power he could well, I forget the amount of power he could charge up to was like a supernova power to supernova or something like that.
Okay.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Like like they said it was like the multiple suns or something like that, like almost like a big bomb
Oh,
when
I
he
see.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So he could he could at least give Superman some type of at least a sunburn.
Yeah. Well, they've done a lot of changes with Superman. They
Yeah.
made him immune to kryptonite, right?
Mhm.
That just happened. He got
Yeah.
exposed to like gold kryptonite or something, and then that makes him immune to all the different types of kryptonite. It seems I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that, right? I don't know if I agree with that. Um,
The only thing that could
with that,
stop him that now can't stop him. So
right?
it's like
Yeah, yeah. I'm all for like staying with his like weaknesses, but you know, they're always constantly making him stronger and more invincible. So,
right.
and then they went ahead and made Lois like a superwoman.
Oh
They
yeah, yeah,
just
yeah. I
like
remember
up and
that.
gave her the same powers as him.
Right.
And I don't know how I feel about that either. It's like
Yeah.
they're just changing the character up too much when they don't need to be, right? But we'll see.
Yeah,
Uh,
we'll see.
they always do stuff like that at DC, and then they always come back to like
I mean,
these setting.
I'm interested to see if they're gonna end up making it crossover with all the other all the other superheroes and stuff like that, all the other heroes, to see how we all know that it's gonna be successful. The Deadpool and the Deadpool and Batman for sure is gonna be successful. It's just now we're gonna see if they're gonna toss other heroes after that,
Yeah,
or if it's gonna be like a X-Men versus
they
whatever.
really
Like
should have done Batman versus Daredevil. That would have been a better pairing.
Yeah, because at least he don't got a healing he don't got a healing factor.
Yeah,
Deadpool has a healing factor.
yeah. And Daredevil, in a lot of ways, I think was
Pretty much his
he
equal.
was designed off of Batman, right?
The poor version of Batman. That's what it was.
Yeah, it was
I
the
think
poor
I think Tony
version.
was more. I think Tony was more. Tony Stark was more based more towards him than anything.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think Iron Man's kind of got the similarities there, but
Right, but
definitely
if
like
you want to say, yeah, the Daredevil was, but just a broke version of Batman.
yeah. In terms of like they're
And
both like in the city, they're trying to clean up crime. Their parents
but
got murdered and all
one's
that.
broke.
So
Well, his was more of an accident.
well, no,
Because his
Daredevil's mom died of cancer or something like that, right? And then
right,
his
and then
dad
dad
got
was
killed by the mob.
yeah, because of the gambling thing, yeah,
Yeah,
and then he got blinded by
and
toxic waste.
he got radioactive like blindness from
Right,
gunk,
yeah.
from like nuclear gunk.
Well,
And
if you go with the other with the nerd or with comic book logic, it's the same stuff that turned the turtles into the turtles.
is it? So it blinded one person and then created like
Ninja Turtles.
mutant ninja
Yeah, so
turtles together.
that's like a little joke that goes around that stuff blinded Matt, but created the Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
That's it. That's because it's based in New York, and it hit him and they hit him in the eyes, and then it went down the drain. So
I know they did Batman and the Ninja Turtles in comics, right?
what the crossover that just happened was Sonic and the Sonic universe and the Justice League universe just
Oh,
happened.
did that happen? Okay.
Yeah, that just happened. But yeah, the Turtles crossover with Batman. I think what was it? I think it was I no that's Marvel side now. Is it Alien and all them are crossing over? So
Yeah, Aliens and Predator.
yeah, because
That's
originally
a great
that was
crossover right there.
DC side. That was DC was Batman, Alien, and
Superman.
Predator and Superman. I mean, it's interesting to see all these because crossovers been happening for a long time, and then
Yeah.
now this is one that didn't happen because at the
I'd
time
like to
he
see
wasn't even.
Punisher join G.I. Joe. That'd be kind of cool.
Oh
Like
yeah.
Punisher as a G.I. Joe.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And going on
That would
missions
be
and stuff.
yeah.
And just being just this broody G.I. Joe.
Yeah. That'd be kind of cool.
What did Delman
Or
say? The
Toxic Ooze.
toxic ooze.
Yeah. Yeah, Batman Prep Time. Yeah, but that's
Yeah, how does toxic ooze like bump out of a truck and then like get on a street and then get in some kid's eye? I mean, that just it's just like
yeah.
it's not. I don't know. It's a little too
And then
convenient.
and then the second thing it went down the drain and it
It went
turned
down the drain and there
the
were
turtles.
turtles down there. And the turtles got flushed down the toilet, right? That was the thing.
Punisher was the Nam book.
Yeah, the non-books. That would be good.
Yeah, because because that was a big Hulk fan and a Punisher fan, so he's always liked that that character, anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I did
but
like
yeah,
the Punisher Daredevil crossover
yeah,
in the
but
television program. That was good.
I mean, I wouldn't. It'd be interesting to see Punisher interact with well Deadpool's really the basis off of this guy, but what is it? Deathstroke.
Deathstroke, yeah. People got to realize like Deadpool is essentially copied from Deathstroke, right? So
I mean, it'd be interesting to see to actually see if Batman and them, since it's a crossover with Batman and Deathstroke walks into the picture and goes, "Hey, aren't you?"
that would be
Look,
kind of cool, like an Easter egg there or something.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. Like if he just like low, like him and the go to a
that's who they
bar
should have.
and
That's who they should have crossed over with Deadpool. They should have had a Deathstroke versus Deadpool.
right.
That was a total
But
missed opportunity right there.
but I think everybody would have expected it. That this is an unexpected one. I think everybody expected. Oh, if they do it.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
get.
it's
Yeah, it
if you
makes
think about
sense.
it,
You're taking like the
this is
big
yeah,
names of each publishing company because Deathstroke is he's not the main guy over at DC.
right. He's one of the
Yeah,
villains. He ain't a main.
yeah,
He's pretty much Team Titans main one of Team Titans main villains.
yeah. He's a
Pretty much.
villain for sure.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
not a nice guy. So,
yeah. I mean, but
um,
Deadpool's the same thing.
right, like Deadpool's not really a
Yeah, he's
he's
an
not really a
anti.
hero, but he's not really like a bad guy either.
I
It's
mean, if
kind
you
of
think
like
about Deathstroke, he's the same way. He's not completely bad. He's just he's a
right. They got their own agendas, right?
yeah. So I mean, it'd be interesting to see to see. I mean, it would be cool to see if Batman and if Deathstroke does make an appearance in the book, it'd be kind of cool. Like him, maybe him and Deadpool across. Like Deadpool goes to a bar or something, and Deathstroke sitting there, like they're both drinking, and they go, "Hey, you look like me," or something.
Yeah.
Like like a runoff panel that's it. Oh, they both see each other in a bar or something.
Hey, are you watching Peacemaker?
Haven't caught the first episode yet, or the first couple episodes yet. Haven't got a chance to yet,
Okay.
but I'm gonna end up eventually watching it.
I'm curious as to like it looks good, so I just want to kind of get um an update on what's going on.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I've heard good things about it.
Yeah, I would imagine. Well, no, it hasn't debuted yet, right? It's launching what this fall, or has it started?
No, it hasn't started yet. I
It
don't
hasn't
think
started
it's
yet. Okay.
started. No, it hasn't started yet. Yeah, but and
Okay.
then there's gonna be then the Superman stuff, then
So Superman
Fantastic
is
Four.
kicking it off. Okay, then yeah, okay, that makes sense. I was about to
Yeah,
say
then
that. Yeah,
the Superman. I mean, I'm
Superman's
interested.
Superman. We got about a month, a little
Yeah,
over a month before we get Superman. I mean, it's like countdown. It's the
right,
final countdown right now. It's
right.
like we
Superman and
we literally
Fantastic
have like
Four
six
are the
weeks till it debuts. So
yeah,
I am super pumped.
yeah. I am too. Superman and
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 Fantastic Four.
yeah,
Hey,
Fantastic
let
Four.
me ask you something. When so they there's leaks of Galactus.
Hmm.
You saw the Galactus leaks, right?
Yeah.
Does
So
he
and
not look like Gem Mint? Am I smoking, or does he not look like Gem Mint? I
kind
swear,
of,
it's
yeah,
like they took Gem Mint's face and put the Galactus
yeah.
like accoutrements on him, and
You sure you didn't just see a Jim Mint Photoshop because Jim Mint did that once already.
maybe it's like fake or something. I just
Yeah.
saw that, I'm like, dude, that is not Galactus. Why'd they make Galactus look like Gem Mint? I was just really
So
disappointed.
maybe that's just Jim Mint thing where he
No,
digitally and
it was the actual like image
okay,
from the movie.
okay, okay.
Yeah, it was
Because
not like a
because you heard about the guy that just snuck onto freaking the Avengers the Doomsday set or whatever. Yeah, he snuck onto the set and got pictures.
oh
Yeah, and he got pictures of Doom Tony.
wow.
Yeah, So he had some balls on him because he got pictures of Tony. He got the pictures of Spider-Man. Like he got pictures of
are they available or what? What's
they're available. It's just I don't know if it's completely
like accurate?
accurate, but they said this guy stuck on the set somehow and got pictures, and I'm surprised he even got out with the pictures. But
I mean, that seems like in this day and age, you wouldn't be able to just post something like that without
well,
somebody coming after you. So
you've heard the interviews with all the freaking actors. They said the dude they got a young 20-year-old locked briefcase coming with the script. So it's like, how the hell did you get get a phone onto the set?
yeah,
And
those some of those like the Galactus League. They were I guess
trolling.
kind of testing people, and then they go
Mhm.
out and do the reshoots and all that because it's
Yeah.
CGI. They can kind of easily
Yeah.
manipulate the CGI scenes and edit that, like edit them and put them back in, right?
Yeah.
So I think for me, my reaction to that Galactus image was, man, they need to redo that. They need to reshoot this because he just looked. He did not look like Galactus.
Right.
He looked like some dude called Jim Mint on YouTube. Like they just
Yeah.
put
Yeah.
the Galactus headgear on him and said, "All right, man, you're gonna be our Galactus." It was just
Right.
not a good image. So I hope
Yeah.
they
But
reshoot that one.
we got then we got a bunch. Yeah. There's like we already said, Deadpool, Wolverine, and then another company bought Diamond. So or the other it's not the and then that company said they don't want to do comics. So it'd be interesting to see where the
They're
diamonds
doing toys, right? Or
something
no,
like that.
I'm confused. Didn't they get bought up and then they backed out of the deal?
No, they backed out of the deal, and then another company
And then another company came in. Okay.
another company came in, but this company said we're not doing comics
What are they gonna
at
do?
all. I don't know, but that they said they weren't doing comics or something like that, and they were only doing. I forgot what the hell they said, but and then all these people started backing, started like, okay, yeah. So
Huh.
yeah, bunch of stuff is going on with that. So that's gonna be interesting to see how where the dice is gonna land after that, after this company takes them over.
Yeah, I mean, that's an ongoing saga right there.
Hmm.
Diamond.
Diamond's gonna be it's gonna be interesting. Yeah.
So,
But no,
how's your Vampirella? I didn't get a chance to catch it yesterday. How'd it go?
oh well, it's not yesterday. It's gonna be every Sunday at 6.
Every Sunday. Okay, so it's tomorrow.
Yep. It's
Okay,
tomorrow at 6.
at 6. How'd the
Yeah.
first episode go?
Well, I like I that's what I wanted the thing to be. So if everybody hasn't caught it yet, it's on the channel. So go check out Vampirella Book Club episode 1 with Delman. Delman actually is going to be my co-host on that one, and it was actually fun. Actually fun. I actually enjoyed it. So we're going to be doing the Warren Run issue 2, book 2 this week. So but we're gonna skip us the next not this Sunday. We're gonna do one this Sunday, but the next Sunday we're skipping that Sunday, and then we're coming back the following Sunday, and we're doing issue 3 of that run.
Nice.
So we're gonna try to do. I'm gonna try to do all 113 issues. So it's gonna be 113 episodes.
No, you're gonna have fun with that, man. I
Yeah.
definitely want to check it out. Go back and check it out after
Yeah,
this after this
so
stream.
2, there's gonna be a bunch of stuff. We're gonna talk about the issue, like well, I told everybody to tell me in the chat and in the Instagram post if you guys want me to go over the whole magazine, or if you guys because me and Delman were talking and we were just gonna go over all the Vampy stories in it. But there's other stories in the book. So if you guys want us to go over the other ones, just let us know if you guys want us to go over the whole book or just Vampy stuff. But me and Delman were talking, and we're just gonna go over all the Vampy stuff over it. So
You should go over the whole book.
yeah. Well, but we try to make it, shorter. If we could just
provide a synopsis, kind of look at the Vampy art, and then just kind of flip through the other.
That's what I'm doing. Since I got the whole run of the magazines, that's what we're doing. Is
you're doing digitally? Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, so you guys can actually see it digitally on your side.
Yeah, because you don't have the entire Warren run.
Right.
Yeah.
I have the entire run digitally and physically.
Yeah.
And physical. So I got them both now. So if
you got the whole Warren run physically?
Yeah. The whole,
you do?
113 issues and plus the two mailaways. Yeah.
Damn.
So and then now I have it digitally. So that's what I wanted to do, was like some type of Vampy book club type thing. So we're doing that, and then I might be doing the other stories too, depending on how this does, and if other people want to see it, the other story, like talking about the other stories. Yeah, so we're gonna be talking about a bunch of stuff. We're gonna be like, I'm gonna show you guys like, oh, hey, this the history, all kinds of stuff on those book club things. You guys enjoy it though, because so it's gonna be fun. So I'm gonna be bringing up a bunch of stuff, showing a bunch of stuff. Like I've been doing a bunch of research on a bunch of stuff. So all that stuff's gonna, because like I said, I wanted to do a video of it, but I want to do something different. Besides, everybody does videos. Let's do live streams, and then I got a physical, digital copies of all the whole run. I'm like, huh. I came up with the idea. I'm like, okay, I got an idea. So, and then Dale's helping me out. But if anybody wants to join, just let me know. I can send you guys to whatever issue I do. I can digitally send you the issue, and then you guys can actually look it over, and then we can talk about like the Vampy story or whatever story you guys want to talk about in that issue that we sent you to. You know what I mean? So anybody can just hit me up on
Instagram
in the DMs, like hey, wanna join you guys on Vampy Book Club, and I'll digitally send you the link to it. So just make sure to read it, because in a couple of days it disappears. I found that out from Dell. I sent them the digital file. So I guess since I'm the one that owns the digital file, I can see it anytime I want. But you guys, like if I share it with you guys can only a certain amount of time, I guess, like 3 days or 4 days, and then I have to resend you the issue if you want to keep on reading it. So
it's not like a PDF file. What is it?
No, it's a PDF file. For some reason, it like says that PDF has expired on your guys' end for some reason, but on my end, I can still see it.
You should share a downloadable file, whatever.
Yeah. I mean, but that's what I thought those were. I didn't know they were. Yeah, because but you can read it still. You can still read it, so it's gonna be.
I'd like to look at the art and read it.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna have to. Yeah, send me a couple files then.
Yeah. I got you. After a few days.
Yeah, it's a link. All right.
I didn't know it was a link. I just thought it was the digital PDF file. So I'm like, oh, okay. Send it straight to you guys.
Yeah, they make it harder to. And everything's cloud based, and
right.
Everything's just like secure now. So you can't even share files these days. Like work, it's all links. It's never files these days, right? Actually, I can still download and share files, but that's becoming less and less of a thing now.
I mean, you could probably download it because I downloaded it onto the phone and I can still see it.
Okay.
So so as long as you go back to your files, I think on your phone, you'll be able to see it. Like
Hmm.
if you do on your phone and you go to your files, and then you should be able to see whatever the link is or the
Yeah.
PDF is. Because that's what I did. I tested it before I sent it to the Dell, so I tested it on my end. So yeah. So,
Well,
but
it's
yeah.
also we closed out API Heritage Month. Today is
Oh
the
yeah.
last day, so
Yeah. Yeah.
it was a pretty fun month. I gotta say,
Yeah.
we had good engagement. We featured a lot of great creators and community members this month. Naman Young and Katie really they they uh, they were so engaged with uh,
Yeah. Yeah.
all the channels, and they were doing so much this month. Shout
Yeah.
out to them.
Shout out to everybody that
Yeah,
got involved. It's
right.
just like I said, my job doesn't let me. Well,
No, me too. I mean,
not
I couldn't. There
yeah.
were times when I was kind of like, man, because I was hopping on Tuesday and then I hopped on
Right.
like a Thursday, and
Right.
it's like that's the last thing you want to do after work, right? Just hop on
Right.
and
Right.
do it. So I was kind of burnt out like mid-month.
I was more exhausted, but not Naman Young got more exhausted than any of us because he went.
Yeah, Nottingham was gonna like take a step back, but he actually ended up being pretty
Yeah.
active. So that was good to see.
Yeah, but we can always do, we'll work on some better stuff or a little, a little more this year, next year, whatever. But
Hey, so
every year
do you know the Brian Wu comics?
sounds familiar.
His daughter's the one that you told me about.
Oh
She
yeah,
owns
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah. And then her father, who's Brian Wu, that's his name.
yeah,
Do you follow him on Instagram?
yeah. I think so.
Dude has the most ridiculous original art collection.
Yeah, the Jim Lee art. I know.
I mean,
Jim Lee, all
okay.
kinds of
So I
art.
just want
Yeah,
to let the community members know. Go and check out Brian Wu Comics. It's
yeah,
called Brian_Wu Comics or something like that on Instagram. The guy posts his original, like he posts like one piece from his original art collection, something either he's owned or that he owns. And man, it's the ultimate like collection. I can't think of any one collector that can outdo him. He owns literally original artwork of some of the most iconic
right. He
covers in
used to run
comic
a
books.
he used to run a shop and made
That
friends with
that
these guys.
shouldn't matter, dude. I know a bunch of people
Yeah,
who run shops, and none of them
yeah,
have those pieces. That guy had
right.
the foresight and just invested at the
Yeah,
right time to get all those like
yeah.
modern
Back
age
then.
modern age
Yep.
key cover. They're covers. They're not pages. They're not interior pages. They're cover art.
Right, right,
They're one of one covers. Like you and I collect the comic books. This guy
right.
has the original artwork. It's
Yeah, yeah.
absolutely ridiculous. And he was putting
That's
me in an existential funk. Like, what the hell am I doing collecting comics when this guy? There's a guy out there who literally has like the ultimate collection. Just took
back
all
then.
the
Yeah.
impetus to be in the
But
hobby.
that's what happens. That's what happens after you start collecting comic books. You get into a little bit of collecting the art, the cover pages, the cover art, the interior art, like the back there, like these two panels here, and then I got another two panels the other. So yeah, so Vampire, Vengeance of Vampirella, the volume 2, Vengeance of Vampirella volume 2 on this side too. So it's like, yeah, I understand. It's a because after a while you start collecting books and you're like, I want to collect something else, and then you
Yeah,
end up with that stuff.
that guy just he has the ultimate collection, man.
Yeah.
I've
Well,
yeah, again, there's that one dude who like collected Superman and all the
yeah,
Golden Age. Like remember he
yeah,
went out and bought all the like like high grade, like Golden Age books for Superman, all that. And then he passed away, and like his son inherited it. There's a document. Like that dude had a collection, but as good as that guy's collection was, I would rather have Brian Wu's collection because he
Of
has like
the art.
original Todd McFarlane cover art.
Well,
He has original Whilce Portacio cover art. He has original like Jim Lee
well,
cover.
we know who's gonna inherit it after.
Yeah, his daughter, right?
Yeah. So
Is his daughter still single?
I think she's I think she
Is she
I'm not
married?
sure. I'm not sure.
Okay. It's a
Not sure
mystery.
about that. It's a mystery.
Some lucky guy is gonna inherit it. Or some
Well,
lucky
she's gonna inherit it,
and then
and she's gonna make
her
whoever
her
goes out with
progeny is gonna
her.
inherit it
No,
eventually.
whoever's gonna go out with her prenup. You know that much for that type of stuff. It's
Prenup
gonna
on
be
the
prenup for
on the
sure.
original art books.
Yeah.
Original art pieces. Anyway, that was just insane. I almost want to like stop following him because just out of like I
Just
just
ask him to
can't
come
stand
on
him.
and then just talk to him. Just ask him to
I've
come
already
on and
talked.
talk to him.
We're engaged on his channel.
Oh,
I would
okay.
like comment like wow, and he'd be like, you know, we're engaged. But I mean,
Okay.
it's just annoying to know a person like that exists.
Not
And
really.
that,
It's kind of cool that no, because he got bored of collecting freaking books, and he went, huh? Let's.
yeah,
He just invested. He just invested at the right time. Like, oh hey,
he he had a vision.
right.
He was passionate about it. He was investing at the right time, and he got
And not
all
only that,
the
but he was one of us
back
originally,
in the
and then
day.
he
Yeah,
back in the day,
possibly.
and then he was because
Yeah.
how the daughter talks about him, he was one of us originally, and then he got her into it, and then got himself a shop, and then made him made himself some friends, made some good investments, and that's how he can invest in the original art.
Yeah, but I mean, again, guy's a
Guy's a beast
the
at the
guy's
original
yeah,
stuff.
the guy is he's the envy of all comic book collectors pretty much.
Hey, well, I can think of a couple that are probably in his wheelhouse. I know a couple that are probably in his wheelhouse.
In terms of original art,
And yeah, and original art, yeah, like the older the collector gets, the border they get with books. Then they start getting into original art. Trust me, I know.
yeah, but even I know, but even back in the day when you're getting into it, it takes a certain amount of like
Right,
discipline and
right,
investment to do it, right?
right,
I
right,
can't think of anybody who was doing it like Brian Wu was doing it. If there is, I would like to know who that person
right.
is, because I
Well,
see original art collectors right at these shows.
but they flip they the
They
main
don't have
wait.
covers. First of all, they don't
Right,
have covers.
they have
They have
interiors.
interior pages, which is
Right,
still a cool thing.
right,
And they don't have the caliber of these artists that Brian Wu has. You're talking
right,
about like legends from the modern age, right?
right. But the big thing with him was that how he had ended up with Lee, like a lot of Jim Lee stuff was because he had the shop originally, and then he
Okay,
made
yeah,
friends with
that,
Lee. He made friends
right.
with Lee, and then he made friends with probably the way he got Todd stuff was he made friends with Todd, and hey, I want to get a couple of your pages or whatever, and then Todd probably gave him a pretty decent you know deal because they were friends or whatever. So
No, I don't think
that's
Todd.
probably
I don't think he got them directly from the artists. He got them from like auctions and stuff.
yeah,
But
but
the other thing
he
is like he
probably
has
went
burn
to
art. He has like
yeah,
uncanny 133, right? The Wolverine lashing out,
right, right,
Wolverine's
but
first
that's
cover.
at every
He
Yeah,
had that.
but he
He had first Black Costume. He doesn't have it now. I think he sold it. But that one piece, that Black Costume piece, that's like hundreds of thousands of dollars easy. That one piece alone, right? So it's just ridiculous that one person owns all of that iconic artwork. It's ridiculous.
yeah.
I mean, you got people who own Golden Age books that are like, yeah, I got Golden Age books. I could care less about Golden Age books. This guy has like 101 original art from the biggest names in comic books: John Byrne, Jim Lee, Will Spertatio, Todd McFarlane. I mean, George Perez. He had Infinity Gauntlet #1, the
Yeah,
cover.
I've seen his I've seen this stuff on his page. I know I've seen this stuff all
It's
over.
ridiculous. So go check out his page. And you want to hate on the guy, but you also have to just respect the guy, right? You
I
just got to
respect the guy
respect
more than anything. I
his
respect the guy, and
game.
then yeah,
Yeah.
and then he's getting his because he raised her right though, got his daughter into it, so got
Yeah,
the
but I
kids
see
into it.
her, she doesn't really know anything about comics. She's just doing it because it's like a business for her. Whereas her dad is like the real passionate, like you said, he's one of us. He's like the real
Yeah,
passionate one. But man, what a collection that guy has! It's just incredible. And it really just takes the sail out of your wings as a collector to know people like out there that have that kind of collections. Like, what have
no,
you
no,
been
not
doing with
really.
your
It
time?
doesn't.
It's
It
kind of
really
like,
doesn't take it doesn't take the sales out of my thing. It just there's other type of collection. Everybody's collects different. Not
yeah.
everybody's gonna collect like everybody, but if we all collected the same, we would all have the same type of
Well,
collection.
Brian Wu literally collects the stuff I like. Like, he's
Yeah,
literally like, I think we're just a carbon copy of each other, except he's the savvy one, and I'm the one who's like
yeah.
sitting here still just buying books, right? So
Nah, but you can always invest in pieces, and but how this stuff works is you upgrade every time. You upgrade your piece. You sell this piece to upgrade to the next piece. That's how it works normally. That what I've seen with
yeah,
other collectors. It's just depending on if you really like that piece, you're gonna keep that piece. But if you see another piece that you really like, but you can sell that piece for whatever
yeah.
it is, and then invest in the other piece. So that's how that works.
No, I got bills to pay. I'd rather just not
Yeah,
deal with it.
but
But
he's
yeah,
retired now. That's why he can invest his
that
stuff in that.
dude, that dude was spending and doing the right thing. And I'm just like, for me, I'm just too. It's not. I'm not in the living in the right age. I have to go back in time to do shit like that, right? Yeah, I got to go back in time. But
Nah,
even I was even thinking like, well, what if I got into it now with modern artists? Like that's something I could do. But you look at the market now, even for like modern comic art for covers, they're
right.
good 4,000, 5,000 a pop. Just things that are coming out, onto the market from even a couple years ago. So
I know. Trust me, I know. I've been
yeah,
looking at original
yeah,
art because we got one in Orlando that's an original art show. So
yeah,
I'm thinking about going to it next year because every
yeah. The
year I want to
pages
go
are
to
like
it.
even $1,000, right? It's just like to get the cover. It's almost like not one person can go out and just get covers, right? Unless you are loaded. So for like
Yeah,
most collectors, it's
or
just a
some of the artists. Uh, what do they do? Payment arrangements. So some people,
payment
but that's how some
arrangements.
people get it.
Yeah, you go into debt for comic book art.
Nah,
That's
because you make
something
a couple
people
hundred
do.
dollars the payments, and then that's how you. That's a dude. How do you think some of the people own their big books? It's they make arrangements. They
Yeah,
payment arrangement. They don't freaking put a whole lump sum down of whatever it is, 3 grand. It's payment arrangements.
yeah. Anyway,
So
I'm
you
just
could.
not gonna worry about it. I kind of like for me, like collecting is fun, but I'm also like think I need to be more fiscally responsible with stuff. So we'll see.
Uh,
We'll see where this goes.
yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But no, we don't. Yeah, we don't got much else going on, except for Vampy Book Club tomorrow for me, and then hanging out with friends tomorrow. But what else? You got anything going on besides your internet?
No, I mean, I'm gonna go to T-Mobile tomorrow, pick up my router. I may have new phone and router service as early as tomorrow, or at least by the end of the month.
Hmm.
And no, nothing. I'm just gonna be,
All right.
kind of just waiting for a Superman movie to come out. Probably go see that. I'll probably go see that by myself, or with a coworker.
Okay.
But I wanted to see with my son, but my son's going to be in Japan.
Oh, okay. Maybe he can watch it in Japan.
Well, no, I'm going to watch it again with him in Korea.
Okay.
So we're going to go to
Okay.
Korea later on this summer,
Okay.
and we'll watch it there, which
Okay.
will be cool.
All right.
Watching with Korean audiences and stuff. So
Yeah, that'd be cool. And then so we'll see you guys next week on Double Tigers, and we'll check you later. And we're out.